Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So some interesting news, I would say, coming out of the heavyweight division. Of course, right now, there is talk of Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua taking place in December. I guess the negotiations are ongoing. We shall see how that transpires. But according to Tyson Fury, he wants a fight at the end of this year in December. So we'll see what happens there. Of course, a month or so ago, Oleksandr Usyk defeated Anthony Joshua in their rematch to retain his unified heavyweight titles. And after that, it seemed, like most people were expecting, an undisputed fight between Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, but that no longer appears to be the case. It's looking rather likely now that both guys will have interim fights. We know that Oleksandr Usyk will be out for the rest of the year, saying that he wants to heal some lingering injuries, that sort of thing. But he's actually expressed a desire to fight Deontay Wilder early next year. Of course, Deontay Wilder himself has a comeback fight on, the 15th of October against Robert Helenius. Providing Wilder comes through that, Oleksandr Usyk has expressed an interest in fighting Wilder. Now, the sycophantic Tyson Fury fans are accusing Oleksandr Usyk of ducking, that sort of nonsense, but ultimately, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Fury wants to fight in December, and it looks like he's fighting Anthony Joshua. Let's say something goes wrong in that fight, for Tyson Fury that is, then he's got a rematch clause against Anthony Joshua, meaning that rematch would more than likely take place summer of next year. Maybe even if Fury wins, he gets a terrible cut to where he's out of a ring for months on end. It's like Tyson Fury fans expect Usyk not to make provisional career plans just waiting on him. Again, what if something goes wrong? What if Fury gets cut? Or what if he gets beat and there's a rematch clause? Well, Oleksandr Usyk then is sitting on his hands, right? So if you're Oleksandr Usyk, why not explore a fight early next year while you're waiting? I don't see the big deal. I really don't. And listen, if this is to be believed, it's not exactly like he's going out there and picking some no-hoper who's not dangerous. Yeah, Deontay Wilder's not a great boxer, but we all know what he brings to the table. He's lanky, he's tall, he's rangy, hits very hard with that right hand. And yeah, he's not the greatest boxer, but, anything can happen in boxing, right? So Wilder brings an element of danger, he brings an element of excitement, and ultimately those are the sort of fights that Oleksandr Usyk has always pursued throughout his career. He's always looked for the most dangerous fights, the most interesting fights, and many would see Wilder as another one of those sort of opponents. Oleksandr Usyk actually spoke to Ring Magazine, and he said the following: "I don't have many feelings about Fury and Joshua fighting. I don't really care if Fury wants to fight somebody. My team is working on getting me back in the ring. And no, I'm not pissed off at all about being bypassed by Joshua for Fury. The bigger problem is, Tyson Fury is not letting the fans see one of the best historical bouts in boxing history. That's his fault, not mine, so I'm not pissed off at all. Tyson Fury can fight whoever he wants to fight. From the standpoint of sportsmanship, of course it's not correct." Usyk was then asked who he would like to fight next, and he responded, Deontay Wilder. Usyk went on to say Wilder is a dangerous fighter, and that fight would most likely be in the United States. And Shelley Finkel recently has confirmed as well that they have had correspondence from Oleksandr Usyk's team. So this fight could be a real possibility, and, why not? If you're Oleksandr Usyk, what's your alternative? You either wait for months on end, potentially, to fight Tyson Fury, or fight for Undisputed, however that pans out, or you can stay active in the meantime. And why not stay active by fighting a dangerous guy like Deontay Wilder? And as for Wilder's perspective, providing he beats Robert Helenius, which I think he will do. I mean, what is Wilder now? 36, 37? He's not getting any better. We all know what he brings to the table at this point in time. It's basically a free hit for Deontay Wilder. It's a shot at the unified heavyweight titles. It's a fight that would intrigue a lot of fight fans, and I'm sure it would generate some good business, you know, get these two guys together. I think it will sell quite well. So from Wilder's perspective, I would encourage him, if I was managing him, just take the fight. You're 36, 37, you've not got long left in the game. If you're here to achieve and win more belts, then take the fight. But it's whether the PBC, Al Haymon, let him pursue this fight. I don't see why they wouldn't, because Oleksandr Usyk right now is a free agent. So if you're Al Haymon, I would look at that and say, yeah, we'll make the fight, but Oleksandr Usyk, you can sign a 2 or 3 fight deal with us if you win. That sort of thing. They could work this out quite easily. So from Usyk's perspective, this fight makes sense. If he wants to stay active, then do what you've always done. And that is fight dangerous guys. Fight risky guys. Because Oleksandr Usyk now, fighting the likes of a Kabayel or an Otto Wallin, I don't think he really gets up for those sort of fights. I don't think he would get up for that sort of fight, I should say. So why not Wilder? He's going to bring the acclaim. He's going to bring attention, finances, former champion, a good name to add to the resume should he win. Why not? From Usyk's perspective, and like I said, it makes sense from Wilder's perspective as well. The only thing though is the negotiations or potential negotiations. If they can't tempt Usyk over with a multi-fight deal, they may not be willing to risk Deontay Wilder in this fight. That is the only thing, because the PBC do have a really big in-house fight between Wilder and Andy Ruiz. Maybe Al Haymon would want to pursue that, but Usyk being a free agent, I think they could work something out here. I think this fight could be a real possibility. And it would be a fight I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I think Oleksandr Usyk is all wrong for Deontay Wilder. All wrong for Wilder. And if Wilder bites on the feints like he was doing against Fury, particularly in the second fight against Usyk, he is going to be gassed out of his arse by the 3rd or 4th round. And that could be that could result in a long, long night for Deontay Wilder. I think it's a terrible style matchup for him, but as we know, he does hit hard, so he's always got a chance. If he lands one in the right spot, you never know. So yeah, I mean, I'd be down for this fight. If Fury fights Joshua, give me this fight. Why not? Give me Usyk versus Wilder. Why the fuck not? It's gonna cause it's gonna get a lot of people talking. I'll be all for it. I'll be all for it. But obviously Wilder needs to come through Robert Helenius first. But what do you make of this potential fight? I mean, it seems to be picking up speed, I guess I would say. And when Usyk says something, I tend to believe him. When he turned pro, of course, he said he wanted to become undisputed cruiserweight champion. Not only did he do that, but he did it by beating every single champion on the road, and even defended his titles numerous times on the road. So Usyk made good of his promise at cruiserweight. When he went to heavyweight, he said, I want to become the undisputed heavyweight champion. And he's on course to do that. It's possible. He beat Joshua in the UK, once again on the road, the unified champion. So when Usyk says something, I tend to believe him. I believe he's being sincere when he says he wants to fight Deontay Wilder. And yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'd be happy to see this fight. Why not? Why not? Anyway, share your thoughts below. What do you make of this potential fight? Peace.